words in basketball, in my opinion. The first Game 7 of the 2022 playoffs is officially on the books thanks to a rough week for Chris Paul and the Suns. They coasted to a 2-0 series lead, but then Phoenix has dropped 3 out of its last 4 games to Luka Doncic and the Mavs, including a 113-86 loss last night in Game 6. It was the 4th straight game that CP3 failed to register more made field goals than turnovers. That's the longest streak of his postseason career. So, Pat, you were actually traded for Chris Paul. That was a deal between the Rockets and the Clippers. You battled him on the court throughout your entire career. What is the main reason that you think that things maybe have been just a little bit off over these last couple of games?
They're attacking him. They're attacking him. And J. Kidd openly said it. They're attacking him off the dribble. Luka is posting him. Jalen Brunson is attacking him. It's hard. It's hard trying to play defense, trying to create and trying to score. You know, it's hard. Two-way players are very limited in this league, and, you know, he's being tested right now.
What do you think, Matt?
I think he hit it on the head. You know, they pointed him out on the defensive end. Same thing that, you know, Phoenix has tried to do to Luka. They've tried to point him. But, you know, Chris is 37 now. He's getting a little bit older. But, you know, over the last 4 games, he's 9 points, 6 assists, 4 rebounds, but also 4 turnovers. But what troubles me is he hasn't even taken more than 10 shots in any of those 4 games, but he's shooting 50% from the field and 54% from the three-point line. So to me, that kind of tells me, as Pat was touching, is he tired? You know, are they just really wearing him down? He feels like his best move is to get his other guys involved. So I feel like he really needs to step up. Obviously, role players are going to play a big part in this Game 7, but CP needs to have a big game if his team's going to advance.
I think they've taken the legs away from him. If I'm pretty sure, like, in order for him to be, like, successful at those shots, most of those shots he's taking are spot-ups. So he's not with the ball a lot. So he's not creating, exhausting a lot of energy there. So most of his shots have been spot-ups, and they're trying to use them at that point. But you could tell they just grind them down. It's just one of those series, the playoffs. You got to exploit the matchup, and that's the matchup.
So more about the Mavs defense rather than what Chris can do, or is it shot selection for him?
No, I just think it's more of like, okay, we're going to go at Chris. We're going to go at Chris. We're going to try to make DeAndre Ayton the second leading scorer. And if if I'm J. Kidd, if I'm the head coach of a team, I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
I'm happy with that. And if I lose that way, I hate losing, but if I lose that way, DeAndre Ayton being the leading scorer and Chris Paul struggling, I've done my job.
So all of that being said, we talked about it in the break. Oftentimes it's the team with the best player that can come out and win Game 7. But who you got?
I got to go with, I just faced him last year. Boy was cooking me. Got to go with Luka. Got to. He's played in Game 7. I don't know, besides CP, I don't think anyone on the roster ever played in the Game 7.
Yeah.
Besides, obviously, JaVale McGee, but no one for sure in the starting lineup. So I have to go with Luka, man. He's been playing well, and Dallas been on the road.
Luka, hands down, is the best player in this series, and they normally say the best player in Game 7 wins, but I'm going to have to go against that move right there for just the simple fact that they're back in Phoenix. It's a crazy atmosphere, and this has really been about the role players. With the stars, CP's been struggling a little bit. The stars are going to give you what they're going to give you. Consistently, Luka's going to do what he does. Book's going to do what he does. But the role players on the road for the Mavs, Bullock in Phoenix is at 8 points and 5 rebounds. Finney is at 8 points, 3 rebounds. Dinwiddie at 2 and 2. You know what I mean? So those guys have been very comfortable in Dallas, haven't fared very well in Phoenix. Again, role players are going to be important, but more important than that, CP3 has to step up in Game 7.
Role players tend to play better at home, but experience, it still matters. The winner of Game 7 between Dallas and